Of course.
Because if you have a PS4, awesome. If you don't, then damn, you know.
Yeah.
Tekken's been releasing on Xbox for 6 and then tab
Yeah.
2. So
Two generations of the game.
So, I mean, it's not decided other than PS4, but there are those things to consider that's being decided by management.
Yeah, that's big business stuff too, right? That's like big business.
Whatever they decide, I'll go with it. You know.
Of course.
So,
I mean, what in the end, it's all about the game, right? It's already announced. You know, it's coming for PS4 and the game. That's what they're working on. So nothing but excitement.
And the way we do it now, you know, part of the things that kind of limited us to what we could do was we were working on the PlayStation hardware from the arcade, you know?
Yeah.
We're now, we shifted to PC development, which Rod has mentioned before, I think. So
Yeah.
it's easier for us to port to whatever we choose to do.
Port it, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's about all I can say on that.
Hey, can I ask you about Nina? Do you know if she has any other new moves? Because Mark was saying he only found one new move. Do you know any new moves with her?
If I go back and look at my PC, actually I haven't had a chance to play her that much.
Okay.
But typically they add more than one.
Yeah, it's kind of peculiar. I mean, she has the armor attack, and then she has the new rage attack, but we can't figure them out. I mean, she's such a deep character. It's a million moves, right? But it's hard to figure out the new moves for her.
She should have 2 to 3.
Okay.
And a good start would be for the location test. They usually print out the, you know, like these are the main moves.
Okay,
it
yeah.
should be on there. They usually include the moves.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out.
And they also had a video that shows the rage attacks for each
Right,
character.
I saw that. That's a very,
stuff.
very cool addition, by the way. I love the multiple uses for rage idea. It really adds dimension to the strategy of the end of the round, which is the best part.
Right. Without making it too complex.
Right.
Like, you know,
Oh yeah, and the visual indicator on the life bar that shows when rage kicks in, the orange part, great idea.
You like it?
Oh yeah, those little touches are what change everything.
It's tough, you know, we were going back and forth with it between me and the
It's very subtle. It's not like a firm line that really is ugly, you know, or like an X on the screen or something.
Well,
I really like it.
We never really want to be so digital with the rage either, like it's, you know, X%,
Right.
something like that, because those kind of stats, I mean, you guys love that, but
Right.
it's pretty jarring for a beginner. It's like the frame stuff, you know?
Right.
I mean, I've seen both sides of that, so I understand. Like before, I used to think that's for like
Nerds.
and geeks,
Yeah.
right?
What are you, a nerd?
But then you learn in installments, like, okay, the Death Fist, you know, how do I beat that? You learn what to counter with that move and then a few moves, and then kind of branch on to more. So I just want people to keep in mind that we're trying to appeal to everyone,
Everybody.
you guys, but also casual people. So
Yeah, maybe more so to casuals than people even think. You know, you got to remember, like you said, there's a lot of people that really all they're about is just wearing a Xiao Yu costume.
Right.
You know, so they need something to do too. But don't forget about record functions, for Christ's sake. Don't forget about the record function. I know you won't, though.
nah, we're hard at work.
I know you will. Now, that's another thing, you know. Robust training mode is also a component that I think is expected now. You know, I've heard people say that they want a charge trainer in Street Fighter V because charge characters are a very interesting and kind of complicated concept. You have to charge one direction for X amount of frames to get access to a move. But there's nothing in training mode that can give you any kind of training for that. So an idea like a visual, you know, James Chan tweeted that. You know, his idea is to have a visual charge gauge. Okay, it's full, now you have it. To teach
or like your charge and your character changes color.
Something, anything, yeah. You know, those kinds of things I think would really go a long way. Oh,
I can't say a whole lot, but I can say that at least this time, something that's new for the arcade is we have the training mode.
I have seen that. Mm-hmm.
And it's actually being expanded for FR.
Great, great.
So we already have that framework from the arcade, which makes it that much easier when we try to make the console.
The last time I remember a Namco arcade game having a training mode is Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2. I remember that game had, like, you put in your coin and you got 2 minutes training mode. And it was, you couldn't even do anything. It was just an opponent that doesn't move.
Right.
And if you ring them out, it starts over.
Yeah.
There was no settings. I saw Tekken 7 has lots of options in the arcade, which is cool.
So, and it's going to be even better for this one.
That's great.
So I mean, the framework's there, and it's turned out to be a solid game. Especially you guys can see, part of the surface like this. But I mean, it's not like we're just sitting on our hands while we're waiting for the release.
Definitely not. You can see it in their faces. Everybody's working hella hard.
Yeah, man. I mean.
Oh, that was sick. Can. And
I would like to say also that, after I don't know if these guys were made public, but for Tag 2, a lot of the stuff we were able to do, the events and things like that, were because of these guys, Carlson and Glenn and those guys that we had.
Oh, yeah.
And when they left, it kind of left a hole there. So we've assembled a really good team for the U.S. now. You can see the level of
everybody's cool, man.
Higher. Markman is on board.
Of course. He's a NAMCOP now.
And we've got some cool things to talk about this weekend as well. I think we'll do later on stream about.
That's a great question. So we were talking about the podcast. Do you know or have any idea what time you'd like to do it tomorrow? I usually do it at 8 p.m., but on Thursdays. 8 p.m. is like 11 here. So 5 p.m. Pacific. Okay, so we'll do 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, and that's going to be with Lord Harada and Lord Michael Murray. Huh? Yeah, everyone's going to get big dinner, and we'll do it at 8 p.m. That'll be perfect. Tomorrow. That's tomorrow. So mark your... We're going to announce 10 new characters. And we're... Markman's been boozing up again. Did you get into Harada's stash? On the job? I hope the safety's on his pistola. Okay, so you NAMCOPs, I know you're packing heat. I know.
I don't need guns, man.
No? Just your martial arts? Yeah, I know you've been training, you said, right? This guy, he's training Muay Thai, and so is Nobi-san. These guys are getting all buff. Isn't he?
I didn't know he was doing any kind of
When I was in Japan, at the moment when I said both of you guys have been working out, I thought you told me that both of you guys are training.
No, he's like slimming down and
okay.
I don't know anyone on the team. There was this one dude who was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy who was doing the animations, but we also have a capoeira guy at work.
Oh, awesome. How does he feel about Eddie?
Actually, he helped design it, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's pretty big in Japan.
So how does he feel about no Eddie in T7?
You could ask him, maybe.
Is there a potential for Eddie Christie in T7?
It could be.
Really?
Maybe.
So so then this is the more important question. If a character has a move that is clearly resembling or borrowed from another character, that doesn't necessarily mean the character's not going to be in.
Nope.
Okay, perfect. That's all I need to know. I don't want to know who's in. So like Horang has a bunch of Bake's moves. That doesn't mean Bake's not going to be in it, just right?
I mean, because like honestly, when we were making 7, it was a tough choice to decide the roster. Yeah. And then we knew that when we had that down, at some point we wanted to add some characters. But at that point, they're not locked down. So when we were doing the characters for this installment, we didn't necessarily have it decided which characters were going to be added later. So that doesn't dictate whether we add that particular technique or not.
And I got so many questions for you, but I'm not going to ask them now. It's like I'm so curious on your rationale behind choice. I know you said it's popularity. A lot of it has to do with popularity, but there's so much more to it.
In playstyles, like even if Nina and Anna are both like number 1 and 2 in popularity, you wouldn't necessarily
too similar.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So.
Oh man, Anna players are.
I kind of, as I'm saying that.
Right. You have to be. I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't want to accidentally get you in trouble.
I mean, it's true. If you think about it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right?
I mean, you said you don't want. You want independent characters to be unique, and that's a good thing. And I mean, read between the lines,
Right. And I mean, some people might want a new character, so we don't have the resources to make new characters and also make everyone that was in Tag 2, because that was insane.
That was.
The characters we had,
that was insane.
Similar, and I mean, this is a chance to really. That was kind of a side story, anyways.
Right, of course, not even a story thing. It was like Tag 1, whatever.
It's based on 6BR
for fun,
pretty much. Where this is now, we have to go back. We have to do something new and elevate the series again. you know, this is the next actual numbered installment.
Of course.
We have to move the story forward. We have to, you know, focus on one-player modes and all this other stuff that people expect. So, I mean, really, we just don't have the resources to make 58 characters. And even if we did, is that still something we should do?
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Is that the right choice?
I personally think no.
Yeah, but you're approaching that number so fast.
Right.
You know, you already have a lot of characters. You've said there's more coming. There has to be more coming.
Right.
So, I mean, you're going to get there in the end, it seems, right?
Yeah, we're still trying to think of what's the optimal number of characters to end with, you know?
Yeah.
Because you have to think about those kind of things. Because once the game releases, then that's not it. We're going to have the standard.
Of course, console is going to come out.
These kind of events and whatever else we have planned after that. So we have some cool things.
Yeah, I know. These guys keep looking at me and winking when they say we got cool things planned. I'm getting tired of it.